Hey guys, what's up? I'm Palak Lakhani. In this channel, I make educational videos focusing mainly on studying, working, and living in Germany. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. So I got many queries in my previous comments, and I also got personal messages about how to find an internship or a thesis in Germany. We have again Diksha with us. So Diksha did her internship in a German company, and she also did one more internship in Vienna, and at present she is doing her third internship with a German company. She is also associated with HR department. I will request Diksha to give you some tips about how to crack job interview or interview for your internship.
Hi guys, today we'll talk about how to apply for internships and how to look out for other financial options while applying for internships as well. So the first and the foremost important thing is your CV, because I consider that a CV is like your first interview, especially when you apply in German or European countries. So there is a European CV format that you have to consider while formatting or editing your own CV. So there are a lot of templates available online. You can choose one of them which you like and which suits your content that you're going to involve in your CV. Then edit the information according to the job description while you apply for a CV. It's very important. You can't have just one fits all CV and then just use that for every other application. So whenever you apply for any job, there is always a job description given by that company, and then you can always edit your CV according to that job description. So there are always some keywords that you can find out in the job description that employers are looking for to have your own to have that in your CV. So you can edit that CV and your skills and not qualifications but your skills and your talent or capabilities according to those keywords. Because what happens is when you apply to any company, the recruiters usually the middle-sized company, or I would say big companies, they have this automatic application tracking system. So when you upload your CV to the website of that company has software for the first shortlisting of the CVs. So if your CV fits into their format, or if it suits around, I would say 50 to 60%, then your CV gets shortlisted in their first stage, and then the second shortlisting happens manually by the HR person or the recruiter, I would say, and then they give you a call for the interviews and for the process goes on. So it is very important to have a strict European format where you have a professional photo, where you have your basic contact details, where you have the job experience and everything, the qualifications which are related to that specific job you're applying for. And try to have your CV around 1 to maximum 2 pages. You don't need to have that more than 3 or 4 because it doesn't make sense while you're applying for that. Then the most important thing is what people don't pay attention to is your CV in Germany should be, or we can also call it as must be, in German language. It really doesn't matter if the jobs you're applying for are German or English, but most of the times that is important that you have to have your CV in German language. Other than CV, the important document is cover letter, which most of the companies demand for. So your cover letter should be ready. It should have a basic template while you're applying, but the name of the position you apply in the different companies are always with the different job titles or job roles, I would say. So you have to edit according to that. So keep always a template in a Word document ready, and then according to the job positions you're applying for, you can edit that and make a PDF and then upload to the website. So after CV format, language, cover letter, let's talk about the websites. So in Germany, I would say Xing is a website where a lot of employers post their job descriptions. Then you should have a LinkedIn profile nowadays. Due to digital recruiting, a lot of companies do have this headhunting process where they look up for the students as interns or student jobs. When you have your own LinkedIn profile and it's updated, the human resource person, the responsible person, will contact you directly in your message inbox. They can directly send you the job description. Seeing your LinkedIn profile when it's all updated, you can really crack the opportunity. I am the one who have got my current internship by this headhunting process. So it is really important to have your LinkedIn profile nowadays. Then there are Stepstone, Glassdoor, Monster. These are the websites where you should have your profile and where you should have your basic information ready. So whenever you apply for the jobs, you have everything ready and you can just go and easily apply to the positions as well. Then other than that, the option that I wanted to discuss today is the Erasmus Plus option. So this is a very interesting and a helpful option for the students. So when you apply for the internship outside Germany, within European countries, you have this option to use called as Erasmus Plus, where you can apply for the financial grant that this institution will give you, irrespective of your paid or unpaid internship, mandatory or non-mandatory internships. The criteria for this is you need to have a full-time internship, and then you can apply directly to the Erasmus Plus institution. You can send your job offer letter, the confirmation letter, and a contact person from your company, and then the Erasmus Plus people will contact to your company and just verify if your internship is real and authentic. And after this verification, you get around 70% of that grant beforehand, so before your internship starts, and then the 30% after you submit your internship completion. The amount of the grant depends on the countries you are applying for. For example, I had applied for the internship in Vienna, so depending on the standard of living and the living expenses in Austria, the grant is decided for that company. For example, in Austria there was 450 euros per month, so according to that 70% I got before internship and 30% after. So even though it's not too much, but you can still use that for your living expenses, accommodation, or for whatever purpose you want to use that for. So it is an helpful option you can look up to if your college is really registered under this Erasmus Plus institution. One more important point that a lot of people don't know is that when you have a mandatory internship in your course, or when you work for your thesis in the company, those time period is not included in your 120 hours of your working time period that is allotted for the students in Germany. So if you have a 6 months internship, even if it's a full-time internship, but it's a mandatory internship, that you can still work other than that internship for 120 hours in that year. So if it's a mandatory internship or thesis, it's not included in your 120 hours because that's a part of your curriculum and you are not doing anything extra besides your curriculum. So that is an important point to consider while calculating your working hours as per your student rules and regulations. So after applying for the internship, you get a call from a company for your first interview. It will usually be an HR interview first, and then second interview, if you're applying for the technical job, it would be from your project lead or your project manager or whoever technical person who is responsible or in whose team you will be working for. So we can talk a little bit about the interview with an HR, as I'm studying into management in HR. So what happens is HR has your CV, a hard copy of your CV in hand, and has some points that will be marked in either yellow highlighter or red or black highlighter. So usually those are the points they will ask in the interview, which will be mostly related to your qualification, which will be related to the requirements. So if those requirements that they need for the position is included in your CV, they will ask some questions related to that. For example, if you have worked into some software or if you have worked into some of the systems, then you should be ready with some information that you have studied in your master course or bachelor course, which is related to the requirements they need for their position. So they would ask, what have you worked before, do you have experience about what we require right now. There's no possibility that they will ask for technical questions, but sometimes if it's like some HR IT department, they could ask for 1 or 2 technical questions, but it will not be too much, not more than 1 or 2. Then they will ask about your qualification, they will ask about your work experience, they will ask about some projects that you have worked into. So these are some basic information that will be all that you have the information in your CV. So it's very important you should have your CV by heart, and there should be some information that you should not mention in your CV so that you can keep that aside for the interview, because there will be sometimes HR who will ask you, okay, what is the qualification or skills that you have which is not mentioned in your CV. So there should always be 10 or 20% of information that you should keep aside for the interviews. So this is the basic information for HR interview. For technical interview, it would be from project managers, or as I said, some team lead or something like that. So they will, sometimes it happens that they will give you some task a day before. For example, in Mercedes or BMW, it happens a lot. They will give you a task and they'll give you 24 to 48 hours for that, to solve that task and then present that as a presentation, and or you can send them as a PDF file or something like that when you come for the interview. So this happens a lot as well. Thank you guys for watching our video and paying attention to whatever tips we have given. We hope that it was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, please write that in the comments, and you can also personally message us if you have any queries, and if you want us to make videos about different topics, do let us know in the comments so that we can help you guys by making such educational videos. Thank you, Palak, for giving me this opportunity. And just like, share and subscribe Palak's channel. He makes very good videos. And yeah, keep watching our channel.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video.